I'm worried about how good OpTic is going to play when you fire them up here, to be honest. We talked a lot about this game going to a series going all the way to 7 games. However, entirely possible that OpTic comes out swinging. But Envy, the only team we've ever seen 3-0 OpTic, can they do it again? Let's see. Here we are, underway.
Well, game number 1, as you can see, is going to be Fathom capture the flag. Get those flags back to your base. Use that camo and that railgun to assist you in that process. And early on, it's going to be Pistola picking up the first kill of the game. Bagged himself a railgun, and the aggression immediately being turned on here by Envy.
And look at this. That's a big kill from Pistola, of course. Off the break to neutralize that camo. Taking a look exactly when that camo was grabbed. It's going to be a 46 pickup on the camo. Do look for that once again at the 9:46 mark. Teams are going to rally around that top middle, and of course they're going to try to pair it with this railgun, a deadly combo.
Yeah, interesting to talk about yesterday, the market difference between this series. We saw from EnVyUs against Splice in comparison to the OpTic series yesterday, and Saiyan and Trippy didn't have the standout performances today that they have yesterday, so I'm going to be keeping an eye on those guys to try and make something happen. But we are seeing an early flag pull coming here from OpTic, but that looks like it might be shut down.
And some very good shots from Snakebite as well to isolate that 1v1 battle. However, it looks like it's not going to be enough. There were 2 dead momentarily, so OpTic did make the decision to get the run. However, those treehouse spawns and garage spawns made it difficult for them to get that run. However, they're certainly showing some early aggression, and if you're an OpTic Gaming fan, this is what you want to see. OpTic Gaming can bring it to a team. They can play at any speed, any pace, and when they're controlling the game, they're a dangerous and back-to-back world championship team.
Yeah, focused OpTic Gaming is a scary OpTic Gaming as well, and I really do think that loss yesterday might have actually helped OpTic as they came into today. Of course, OpTic do make it to the finals, as well as Team EnVyUs. They will have to beat Splice twice as we are approaching around 30 seconds until that next camouflage comes up. Both teams so evenly matched so far. One of them's going to be looking to get that power up and maybe make a push from there.
That's right. If you're just joining us here, Splice is awaiting the winner of this in the grand finals. This is your elimination finals. Only one of these 2 teams can move forward in this tournament. Envy did 3-0 OpTic Gaming yesterday in an unbelievable run, never before seen at a Halo LAN event. However, we'll have to see if they can do it again here, and now they'll have to win 4 games total.
Yeah, 4 games to be won, and as you can see on your screen as well, a platinum rep pack for you people at home. Orlando Champs is the code. Redeem that one at halo.gg. We can see on the free cam here, great work from the guys in the back as they see that camo is going to be picked up by OpTic Gaming. It's going to be Frosty who has that one. Now the opportunity to maybe pick up some of those slays, apply the pressure here to that EnVyUs base, and then try and get those flags on the move.
Now that pickup was right around 44 or 43, so do look at that time for that next camo. But like we said, OpTic Gaming right now playing and controlling the game at their pace. When you have camo top middle, I mean, look what Frosty's able to do. He's able to be so, you know, kind of liberal with the angles that he takes. He can just peek around anywhere and decide if he wants a challenge, finish one shots like that. It gives them opportunities to dictate the pace of play.
Yeah, not only that, as you say, Envy are going to be more than aware that they don't have that camouflage that one of the OpTic players is, so they might play a little bit differently, a little bit scared, maybe hang back and try and see if they can scope him out. But the pull is coming in here from OpTic. It's going to be Lethal who's got that one all the way back. Looks like he's going to actually challenge this fight. Trippy actually wins that one. 2 dead there for OpTic Gaming. Not sure if they're going to be able to get the conversion on that flag. Looks like they're trying to pick up the kill. Snakebite picks up 1. That's going to be 3 dead now for EnVyUs. That should be the flag going home. OpTic Gaming put home the first flag of the match.
And here's what I love about OpTic Gaming. There's 2 players in their base. They don't panic. Lethal just puts it on the windowsill. Let's put this here right for now. We'll get the job done. They get the next 2 slays and they put it in. OpTic, when they're not panicking, OpTic Gaming is a great team. Yesterday we saw it in their series versus Envy. They're playing very different. They're panicking, very uncharacteristic of OpTic. Right now, it looks like they're a new team today.
Yeah, very true. And I want to just highlight something that you've said there. Getting that second round of slays. Fathom capture the flag is not a classic Halo flag game type in the way that if you get that solid 4 dead, you're not going to be able to convert that. It's almost the second wave of slays off the respawn that is going to guarantee you that flag cap. So fantastic job from OpTic Gaming, recognizing that situation, making sure they got those kills, and then converting that flag cap.
Booba there on the receiving end of a grenade, however, also did well on his end to isolate that 1v1 battle when getting challenged by 2 players. Not easy to do against OpTic Gaming, but he comes away on top. That camo is up. Great job in the back to Wonderboy and Infinity for timing those power-ups. That camo here is going to actually go in the hands of Saiyan, much in thanks to the plays that we just saw by Booba. Once again, thanks to the guys in back for this 3rd person observing here and the great POV switching all weekend long.
Yeah, Saiyan Has to have a big series there, like he did yesterday, and that's going to help him the confidence, but he's going to be taken down by Lethal. So OpTic doing a great job with the bait and switch in there, making sure they get that trade. That is the most important trade for them on the map, getting that camo out of the hands of Envy. And as you can see, there is a flag on the move at the moment. It's the OpTic flag that is away, so keep an eye on that bottom left of your screen and see where those kills are going to fall.
Yeah, it's going to be a return there. That's going to go back. You heard it. So Lethal's actually, once again, in striking position, going to possibly push in. One shot left, but picking up the Flagnum, of course, is going to give him plenty more ammo, but no need, because his teammate Royal 2 does come in and finish. If they can get this kill, they'll be sitting pretty. Oh boy, Pistola will finally fall, but let's go ahead and take a look. I think there's at least 2 dead on the Envy side.
Yeah, and they're going to be coming off that respawn in the garage. Another kill comes in, and look at that. Snakebite immediately going for that flagpole, and with that TacMac, Royal 2 is just laying down shots. All of these kills are being cleaned up by OpTic members. Snakebite with a clear run through. Stealth capture on Fathom capture the flag. So rare to see. That is perfect execution there from OpTic.
Like you said, Royal 2 sitting back there getting those slays, and I mean, when you're getting TacMag shots laid into your garage like that, never something you want to wake up to in the morning, trying to go in the garage, start the car up, head to work, but someone's landing TacMag shots right into your face. Not a good way to start the day. This could be the last run.
Yeah, this is going to be the last flag. That was all dead for Team EnVyUs. OpTic Gaming, they're going to put in the third and final flag of the game. They got 1-0 in the series, and this is a scary looking OpTic team. EnVyUs couldn't even get anything going in that game.
Big thing for me there on set, 52-34. OpTic will outslay Envy, controlling not only the objective, but also the kills on the board. Frosty, 15-11, and Royal 2 also with 15 kills, only 6 deaths. Royal 2 will lead the game in kills and also least deaths there.
Yeah, interesting to see the power-up pickups as well. Pretty much shared evenly between the two teams. So you have to say that OpTic Gaming just did a fantastic job of picking up those slays when they needed to. And what I mean when I'm talking about that is every time they picked up a 3 or 4 dead, they were immediately moving that flag. But not only that, we're picking up the second wave of slays. We saw the guys from, we saw Royal 2 putting down all of those shots with the TacMag. And the TacMag is a weapon, as well as that live rifle, that can do so much damage for your team.
That's right. No one on the Envy side of the stage going positive in that game. Sayan actually going 5-12. Not something we're used to seeing from him. And you'll remember Sayan's performances on main stage yesterday. They were almost sometimes double positive, the numbers that he was putting up. So you have to think, Sayan and Envy, they're going to want to turn this around, have a very different performance in these next games.
Yeah, it's very true. I mean, the question mark coming into the tournament was these guys transfer their online performances and the performances they had in the previous tournament into a more consistent tournament basis. Yesterday they looked good. Day 1 they looked very good, but it's Championship Sunday. It doesn't matter about day 1 and 2. It's all about what you can do today when the beans are on the line and you have to make it count. I'm looking for those two guys to step up a little bit, but we're going to move into our game number 2 now, which is going to be a Slayer on Plaza.
That's right, Slayer on Plaza, a chance for Envy to change the conversation a bit here. Going down 2-0 on Championship Sunday, be a very difficult deficit to come back from. However, they can easily tie this up with a win here on Plaza.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting game type as well. We saw OpTic play this against Renegades, and Renegades almost made an incredible comeback against them in it after OpTic did have a big lead. So Envy are going to feel like this. They might be able to steal this game away from OpTic, maybe tie up the series. Definitely going to be one I think they would have been focusing on as that map layout came out and that series layout. But early on, going to be kills traded 1-1 either side. Pistola's going to pick up a kill as well, but it's going to actually be Lethal who picks up that first sniper rifle of the game. Narrowly misses some shots, but he's going to be pushed now by a no-shield player. Now it looks like he might just be looking to waste a bit of ammo.
And by the way, that's good. Yeah, he's indeed great call there on set. He is going to waste ammo, but not before landing some very valuable body shots as well. That was going to be an early burn you saw from OpTic Gaming. You have to wonder if Frosty had hit that timed charge, if he would have gotten over time. You see him he kind of clipped the ledge a bit and was forced to burn. Could have been a grab. We'll have to see how this plays out for the next one.
Let's hop on board with Sayan then. See what he's going to be doing. Game very tight, as you could probably expect at the start of this one. Two teams very evenly matched. 1 kill the difference between them, but Sayan playing this one patiently on the yard, and it looks like he's going to be working with his teammates here. You can see his teammates here. That's Trippy in front, Boobadooboo in front of him, going to be moving up towards Pistola top mid. Looks like they're focusing now on a push towards that snipe side of the map, get that height advantage, and maybe pick off some OpTic Gaming players and respawn them in that blue area, or maybe back in the yard.
What will be key for Envy here, and any team that plays against OpTic Gaming, is do not let OpTic go up by too many kills. Once OpTic has a lead that is around something like 5 to 10 kills, it gives them liberties that they can take where they can play very different. They can play a little bit free. They're going to take advantage of scenarios that they normally wouldn't if the game was close. Key for Envy, for me here, do not let this game get out of hand.
Light rifle in hand here for saying that Overshield will be popping in around 30 seconds as well, so we'll keep an eye on that one. I'm sure the guys in the back will be looking to give us a view above that as well. Saiyan is going to take down Snakebite there. It's almost as if Snakebite wasn't expecting Saiyan actually to push back up and take that battle, but he did, and he won it. Now just a 1-kill game. Saiyan has control of the bottom of the lift here, but not in the greatest of position to maybe get some angles on some of those players from OpTic Gaming. Yes, if there's a 1v1 battle, maybe responding to that call out, but I'd like to see him position himself a bit better. Yep. Now he's going to be taken down.
Yeah, I got to say, it's a heads-up play there from Lethal. Saiyan, during that entire engagement, let's go ahead and see exactly where that overshield nets out. Not sure if it might have been a burn already. Let's see. Yes, indeed, it was. Trippy gets the burn at 48. He also gets taken down right away by Snakebite. But what I was going to say, the whole time Saiyan was down bottom lift, you knew that he knew that someone was nearby, and Lethal timed it perfectly to end up taking him out. So OpTic Gaming being very diligent, making sure there's no one setting up behind them.
Yeah, OpTic looking to make a push on this blue setup that EnVyUs have at the moment, but EnVyUs seem to be getting the better of this particular team fight. 2 dead now for OpTic Gaming. Another player going to be bottom mid, and you're going to see all of the Envy players now collapse on these players. Royal 2 is going to fall as well. Pistola picks up another on Lethal. A 3-kill game at this point as we approach the 9-minute mark.
And right now, if you're on the Envy side, you're okay with the results so far. The sniper is up. As you see Snakebite on your screen, PJ right there is going to be trying to grab it again. You know he's going to be right on top of that when it drops, but it's actually going to be Frosty who comes in, starts wasting ammo immediately because he has no shields. Very interesting. We'll have to see how this plays out.
But look at the amount of Envy players that focus towards those OpTic players. There was 3 players who actually flew towards it, but a double kill coming in from Lethal. I think that was a no-scope as well for the double. Going to be challenged, hits the body shot. Lethal from OpTic Gaming, not only keeping the sniper out of Envy's hands, but doing damage with it as well.
Yes, indeed, but it's not enough. We're all tied up 18-18. Envy does a very good job despite a Lethal double kill and a 3rd body shot. Surprisingly, Envy manages to rally back off spawn. We're tied here, 19-19, all knotted up.
Yeah, 30 seconds till that overshield as well, so we're going to see the game slow down again. It seems like both of these teams know in these situations when that power-up is going to be coming up. They slow the game down. Don't give away any deaths, because in this process, you lose a couple of kills here, Bravo. You're going to give away map control. You're going to give away not only map control, but that overshield. And from there, you can see a swing of 2, 3, 4 kills. And before you know it, it's a 7 or 8 kill total swing.
Oh, yep. It looks like 2 dead for almost each side right now. The overshield's going to be dropping any second. That's why everyone is keeping an eye on this top mid area. Just like you said, there's kind of windows of time where you do not want to have crucial deaths. That overshield is up, and I think Saiyan will get the burn. So that's 3 burns. The first 3 overshields of the game have been immediately burned, and the game is within 1 kill. That shows you just how close these 2 teams are, very much respecting one another, not trying to get greedy with that overshield.
Yeah, both teams won't mind that. I think OpTic will be happy that they managed to take down the plague, going for the overshield, and Envy will be happy with the fact that they managed to get the burn and the time on that. So both teams will still have a time on that. The coaches will, of course, I believe it's Hoaxer and Royal 1 will be noting that one down as we jump aboard with Frosty here. Seems like OpTic have managed to eke out a little bit more of a lead. They do have control of the snipe side of the map as well, and you can see the light rifle in the hands of an OpTic player there alongside Frosty. Anyone who's going to be peeking here from Envy is going to be coming under heavy fire.
That's right. OpTic is the first to hit that halfway mark in terms of score to win, 25-22. 6.5 left, excuse me, just under 7 minutes left on the clock. Not crazy to think that if this game plays this slow, we might not even hit the 50 mark. But knowing these 2 teams, the first opportunity they get to start collapsing and pushing, they're going to take it.
Yeah, Pistola is going to make a zealous challenge there. Overzealous challenge. It gets taken away by Frosty looking for the stick, but the kill will be traded out here, and we're seeing both teams do a great job of trading out those kills. Boobadoobie picks up another one on Royal 2 here, so a 2-kill game. All we are at the moment, as we are just over that halfway point on the game. And again, the game's going to slow down because like we saw before, it's almost a uniform copy of what we saw before. The overshield's going to be popping, so both teams are going to be looking to get picks.
Yes, indeed. That sniper rifle and overshield are going to be pivotal here. The game is still within 3. Envy's done exactly what we said they needed to do. Do not let OpTic run away with any sort of lead that's going to let them play even more aggressive than an Envy will be comfortable with. Right here, sniper rifle is up, overshield in any second.
Oh, big push coming in from OpTic Gaming. They're trying to time it around this overshield and the sniper rifle. We saw 2 players fly out. Trippy can't finish that kill. That's going to be 3 dead here for EnVyUs. A fantastic push as Lethal picks up 2 kills. Frosty set up as the overshield, and look at that. Snakebite steals away with that overshield. A huge push from OpTic Gaming, timing it absolutely perfectly.
Jeez, and Snakebite, the headshot to boot as well, and they're running away with it. This is exactly what we said OpTic Gaming was capable of doing. That's the first overshield that was not burned, and you have to wonder, OpTic Gaming, maybe they approach that overshield a bit differently. Let's slow things down. We'll force the burn if we need to, but let's instead get control. Let's win the overshield. Let's control it. Now here they are up by 10.
Exactly what I was going to say, and Snakebite's starting to warm up with that sniper rifle as well. You saw OpTic Gaming, I think you put it perfectly, deciding they wanted to win the battle for the overshield. They wanted to get it in their possession, and they've made that push. It turned into a very nice play from them. They've managed to not only get the overshield as well, but look at Snakebite has the sniper rifle, putting it to use. And now Envy, they're on the other side of things, and they're on the side of the map where, you know, you're looking to have those rifles, the sniper rifle, the light rifle, to try and pin back those players. But Snakebite's not missing too many bullets at the moment. Saiyan feels the pain of another one. Look at the score now. OpTic Gaming, they're storming away with this one.
Yes, indeed, they certainly are. And this is now OpTic Gaming in their comfort zone. We've seen them here too many times before when they're up by 12 in a Slayer, having just won the last series of kills. But it's not over yet. Envy can certainly rally back, but they're going to need to change exactly how this the pace and trajectory of the scoreline.
Well, we've seen how quickly a kill swing can happen. OpTic Gaming, one push from there. Got 7 or 8 kills unanswered, and Snakebite is answering the questions that Envy are posing at the moment. Boobadooboo falls as well. Snakebite is just turning it on.
All right, we're about to hit the last few moments of this game. If we hit the 40 kill mark, OpTic is almost there. Let's go ahead and go into a listen-in now with OpTic Gaming.
42
Flowers looking at it.
Yep, top snipe.
Yep, there's 2. I might walk yard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
two top snipe, two top snipe.
Flip
PJ,
two
top
PJ.
snipe, one
Can
LR.
anybody look at PJ?
All is absolute. All is absolute.
Go top yellow.
Three is weak, stand. And tap L3.
Yeah, that's one. That's one. And LR. I'm looking low. I'm looking low.
42 guys. 42
Watch out, LR.
Go pro.
Yeah.
Two snipe left. Two snipe ramp.
Yeah.
Nope. They're not on it. They're not on it. They're not on it. They're not on it.
He's
They're getting
on it now. On it now.
Alright, got a 32. We have combo? Yeah, we're in blue. Yo, just help each other. He's bottom middle. He's bottom middle. I'm gonna jump top.
There's 2 at snipe. I'm in blue right now.
They're all pushing. Alright. Oh, we got. I got a couple shots. Just try to stay alive. Do not give them any deaths. Back up. Top yellow jumping. Top yellow jumping. Oh my god, nice. Nice. I'm getting this side.
LR with OS. Yep, 2 here. I'm hiding.
I'm getting this side. He's gonna buy time. You're gonna have help soon. I'm here. Yo, I'm not help.
No, do not. Flower door. He needs his teammate. Alright, OS is under yellow. 2 in yard. 2 in yard.
I'm watching top yellow. You're sniping 5.
He's out. Yeah, he's out. Yep, 2 in yards. They're shooting for flowers. I spawned left.
Waste that snipe ammo.
Yeah. Top nest. Top mid. Top mid.
Pushing in. That's 2 SL. 2
flower door.
Challenge. They're both here.
I'm turning. Yeah. Flower door. Kill me 2 flower door. Hit him with nades.
We should just push again.
Nice.
I don't know.
You're gonna have snipe.
They have it. They have snipe. He's half all the
Yeah, push a blue truck. I think I can look market. No, he went dip. I can't
We're
look.
peeking right now. They have snipe. Snipe me top side. Snipe me top side. I got shots on Trippy.
One's
Stay on
blue
watch
truck.
your blue. Hold your blue. Trippy's one hit.
Hold your blue. Hold your blue.
Nest wall?
PJ, go back. PJ, go back. I will. Window.
Yeah.
He's weak. He's weak.
I got an nest ramp with sniper.
Another one dead, baby. Another one dead, baby.
Shot blue truck.
Two blue weak.
DJ, we cannot help
Look
you.
at time.
We cannot
Yeah,
help
we're
you.
split right now, guys. We're a little split. Guys, look at time.
Score.
Slow it down.
At lift on me with combo.
Yeah, you're gonna
One shot.
probably. It's absolute. I threw an aid, but.
Nice. What an idiot.
Nice, flowers.
Yep, and get a drop on me.
Flowers
Trippy.
too. Flowers too.
pushing. I'm here.
Yeah.
Machine guard. Two flowers.
I left. We should. She killed snipe.
Blue truck. Sniping nest ramp. 2 there, PJ. Two open field red behind you.
Okay. One jumped up.
Teammate right now. Sniping and dip.
Yo, LR tunnel on me, guys.
One shot time left.
In LR tunnel. I can't do anything. Behind you,
Snipe
man.
left.
Tunnel.
I got him. Another one on me.
LR. Snipe left. 2. Nice, guys. 3 dead.
Snipe left. They're gonna spawn blue.
It was Vivu.
Yeah, we want to push this guy?
Yeah.
Let's start thinking
Alright,
about
I'm
They're gonna spawn blue. Matt. They're gonna fight you.
Sniping top blue.
Yeah, he's down here with combo.
I got combo.
Going low. I can kill that. 32 west guys.
Calm, cool, and collected. OpTic Gaming, what else would you expect? Look at the kill feed. It's just all green wall at the moment. They're 3 kills away. They have a 10-kill lead. Frosty has a sniper rifle, and these boys just turned it on.
Yeah, overshield is coming up right now or thereabouts. You just saw it in the corner of your screen. I believe Snakebite got the overshield as well, if I'm not mistaken. So they are going to fly in here. Only 2 kills left.
2 kills left. Frosty's pushing aggressively. He cleans up 1. Pistola falls. Last player's going to be taken down as well by Lethal. Huge game from OpTic Gaming. Going to be 2-0 as they take Plaza Team Slayer.
And they made it look all too easy. Keep in mind, we were tied or thereabouts right around that 25 to 22 mark. Very close game. It came down to overshield number 4. As well as sniper rifle number 4, I believe. They ran away with it from there, and that's exactly what Envy could not let happen. Let's take a look at the stats.
Yeah, big games coming in from OpTic Gaming and Royal 2, 15, 14, and 6. Almost 30 engagements coming in from Royal 2. Huge game from him. And again, you have to look on the other side of things. Saiyan only 5 kills in that game, and you know it's not going to get it done. He was the question mark, same as Trippy. Yesterday, I thought they were the real deal. I was saying this on Twitter. Today, they look like they're struggling. Why do you feel that is?
You know, I think a lot of it has to do with the level of intensity that OpTic was bringing. I think yesterday they were not ready for that series. I think most people watching here in Orlando and at home would also say the same thing. They simply were not ready for what EnVy was bringing. You know that OpTic last night after that series, this morning in their earlier matches, they're getting back into their groove where they want to dictate the pace of play. But I do have to agree with you on set. Yesterday, the Trippy Saiyan combo, complemented of course by Boo Boo and Ola, the way that they were moving, it was several steps ahead of OpTic Gaming. They were not one step ahead in those moments. The way that scenarios were playing out, they were well ahead of OpTic in terms of how those matches played. That's not the case today so far.
No, I was going to say it's a complete turnaround, and we're talking about that fourth overshield and how important it was. It was actually the team fight before that overshield that changed the game. It was OpTic Gaming. Yesterday, maybe they would have sat back and tried to get a burn on that one, you know, play more orthodox Halo. Today, you saw two players fly out. They were like, we're going to get these kills. We're going to kill these players. We're going to get this overshield. We're going to go from there. And that kill lead, that was what the difference was between the two teams at the end of the game. It was that big swing that changed the momentum in that game. But now we're going into Strongholds action. We're going over to Empire, another fast-paced game type. Andy, is this one for EnVy to answer back?
I think EnVy has to answer back. And what they've unfortunately done yesterday is I think they awoke the sleeping giant in OpTic Gaming. It's such a powerful characteristic of OpTic Gaming. When they lose, they answer back. We've seen it for 2 years plus now, and they're doing it here today as well.
Power-up's going to be so game-changing in this one. We've seen what both teams can do and how effective they are as far as a game and a series is concerned. And it's going to be Pistola who we start off with here, and his teammates are moving towards that overshield as well. It looks like they will back that one. It's going to be, I believe, Saiyan who's picked that one up.
All right, now in the first few moments, like you said, EnVy able to grab this, but I'm also looking across to see what happened across the rest of the map. It looks like no camo in play just yet, so I'll have to see exactly how this plays out.
Yeah, interesting to see that Saiyan did have that overshield, has picked up a couple of kills, but Snakebite did have that green gun. So he pretty much, the only way to negate that overshield is to get hold of that plasma pistol, and look at those shots coming in now. He's dropping shields left, right, and center, and that's going to make it so difficult now as OpTic Gaming starts scoring.
He starts scoring World 2 also with the DMR, landing those cross-map shots, dinging people back into their base. Looks like we did also get, thank you to the guys in the back, we did get word that Camo was burned immediately. Snakebite taking out Boo Boo Doo at 11:49. So Camo will be right around the time that you expected. 1 second later is Overshield. So our next round of power-ups is going to be right about on time.
Yeah, and that's going to be 3 dead here for EnVy. Trippy was the last player alive. He's just trying to fight off OpTic Gaming, but OpTic Gaming early on in the game already have a triple cap. Not the way you want it to start if you're 2-0 down in the series for EnVy, but Trippy picking up that kill might create some opportunities, although Frosty answers back in the feed. He's going to hit that perfect.
Frosty already 5-2. On the other side of the stage, the most any player has of EnVy is 2 kills. Ola just got his first kill, as you see in the kill feed. Frosty already kicking this thing off with a bang at the 5-kill mark before anyone even hits 3.
And look how hard it is for EnVy here to even get control of their own base. They've had to work so hard just to stem the bleeding of the triple cap. They finally do manage to, but OpTic Gaming in the meantime are continuing to score at the moment. We're approaching the new power-ups coming up on the map as well. So EnVy, you can see, going to be having to prioritize that one. This team fight, as we saw in the last game, is vital to not only picking up those power-ups, but also getting map control. Frosty lands the beatdown. Flat almost takes down Pistola as well, but nice shot from Pistola. He's going to slow down Frosty.
That's right, Camo is up. Yeah, great timing there. Wonder Boy in the back to get the switch to Trippy just as the Camo dropped, and now Infinity taking a look outside here on the Overshield drop. This is going to be big. Let's see exactly who's going to be able to grab it. Saiyan is going to double back, and I don't think we see a grab just yet. No, excuse me, it came in the form of Ola. So right now, the battle of the power-ups.
Yeah, and that perfect from Saiyan there just allowed Pistola to steal in and pick that one up. That was a huge time to hit your shots. We're going to see Snakebite desperately trying to get away. Trippy comes in and finishes that off. Finally, we're starting to see a little bit of teamwork coming in from EnVyUs, and surprise, surprise, it's now turning into points as they have control. They're now scoring, and they also have the camouflage in the hands of Trippy.
Yeah, capitalizing here. You saw Trippy get the grab. Saiyan with some pivotal wins outside towards blue base to force players off of the Overshield so that Ola can swoop in, and this is EnVy's chance to get back in it now. If I take a look, Pistola's Overshield, of course, has all but taken off, but look at that double from Trippy.
Yeah, that's exactly what we need to see. We've seen a big win coming in from Saiyan. We've just seen a huge battle being won by Trippy. These guys, they have the talent, they have the ability, it's just the confidence. They need to remember the series of yesterday. They need to remember how they swept aside OpTic Gaming. This is good for EnVy right now. These players are starting to warm up.
That's right, and I have to to say EnVy just took the lead in terms of outslaying their opponent 19-17. Early on, it was about 13-8 in favor of OpTic, so that last power-up swing was huge for EnVy. The scoreboard doesn't reflect it just yet, but they are clawing back in this game.
Yeah, Frosty's going to be caught off guard here by Trippy. Trippy picks up that kill, and look at the scores. OpTic Gaming currently sitting on 40 points, but EnVy are chipping away, and now you're going to see the rotation coming in here from Trippy. It looks like he is going to look to put the boot in here on OpTic, look for that triple cap, but actually decides to jump back out, misses the shots on Frosty, and finally finishes that kill as Lethal comes in to pick up the trade.
And it seems crazy, but get ready again, because the power-ups are coming once again here as it's going to drop, so get ready for that next swing as well. And just like that, OpTic Gaming, I think, had just about a 40-point lead. It's reduced to 4 points now, 40-36. EnVy still scoring.
Pick going to be turned back over to OpTic Gaming, however. Game a lot closer, but Saiyan's going to pick up another camouflage here, so one of the power-ups definitely going into the hands of EnVyUs, and we're going to see now the battle of the power-ups. We're going to see Royal 2 with the overshield. Now it's a case of who can pick up the kills first. Can that camo player manage to pick up a sneaky kill? But when your teammates are falling around you, it's going to make life much, much harder for Saiyan, and now he might have actually given away his position as he's actually contesting this bottom mid stronghold.
He is. Look at this. He's being a nuisance, just making sure that he doesn't get trip capped on here, but he has to make a decision. And right now, looks like if he was able to kill Frosty, that would have been big. His kill will get cleaned up, but right now, OpTic Gaming is starting to pull away just a bit. Royal 2's overshield grab is big there.
That was absolutely huge, but I mean, EnVy, they're making a hell of a comeback in this one. I actually want to jump in and hear what the comms are like with the boys in blue. So let's jump into a listen-in with Team EnVyUs.
In front red, they're flying. Red milk.
Outside blue.
Red milk.
Bottom tower.
He's going bottom. I think he's going red alley to tower. I bet.
I got one.
One shot at blue fan.
Tower.
One bullet blue
Bottom
fan.
tower, shot
One
one.
bullet will kill him. He's
Going
blue
off the
fan.
tower ramp.
There you go.
You
Still
going
there,
back down
still
the
there.
red tower. Bottom red tower going pit.
One shot, blue fan.
Pit. Stay by the pit, guys. Stay by the pit.
There's a bullet. I'm one shot.
Yeah,
Top
blue.
pit.
Front blue, front blue.
Get in this.
Blue sticky, Joey.
Front red. Front red, low
sticky,
pit
blue
red.
sticky, blue sticky.
Low pit red weak.
I got re.
And turbine one shot. Turbine one shot,
Push these
Frosty.
guys. Hold on. I'm looking for
He
the-
got me. Frosty. Turbine, gonna go pit.
I'm watching
He dropped, he dropped.
High pit, high pit. One shot
And
pit, one
RDO.
shot pit. Front blue.
Contesting guys.
Two dead, two dead, two dead.
Get in, get in, get in.
Bottom tower, bottom tower.
In turbine.
Bottom tower, bottom tower.
On the ramp.
He's in pit, guys. He's in
I
pit.
that.
There.
For you, Joey.
So-
Look-
They went from blue.
Yo, red security, going front red security, guys.
Front blue, front
Look
blue.
at front red security.
Turn on me, turn on me, guys.
Got him.
He's weak, top tower. I hit him, red security.
Watch out.
Hit him with the nade.
Got him.
Nice, two dead, two dead, two dead.
I'm pushing red, I'm pushing red.
that.
One's in
Red
red.
window, he was red
I'm in red.
window.
Wait, turn on Frosty, watch out.
I'm right.
Blue fan,
I'm in red, I'm in red.
Camo's up first. Outside red.
There's one tower, there's one tower.
Red fan, red fan.
In blue already.
Camo's 43.
Camo's on me.
Air that.
They're in blue.
I'm here, I'm here.
What time's OS though?
OS 37.
Alright, 37 OS, guys.
There's probably gonna be like one or two
I'm
here.
hiding here, I'm hiding outside. I'm here.
Outside blue, two of them.
In tower, Frosty, I shot him 3
Air that,
times.
air that.
I can't help you. Back up.
One shot, I got him.
I'm one shot, time. You have to get it.
One shot. Turbine.
37 OS.
I'm already flying.
Outside
camo.
blue.
Yo, outside
There's
blue,
another guy-
Joey.
there's another
I'm
here,
coming,
Jesse.
Joey. Stay alive.
Still here,
I'm
still
getting
here.
shot. I'm getting shot in the back. I'm one shot.
Yeah, he's top
I
tower.
spawned here, Joey. I spawned here.
I died.
Spawned here, Joey.
I didn't get a beat down, I didn't get a beat down.
Get the reset.
Nice shot.
The listen-in is finished, but EnVyUs are not finished in this series. They've managed to get their way back into this game, and it has all been a story of the power-ups. We're looking across the board now, Bravo, and there is such a disparity between these two teams.
There is indeed. Look at this, 6 power-up pickups. You've seen most of them on your screen, from EnVy to only 2 on the red side of OpTic Gaming. Royal 2's overshield grab plus 1 other, but 77-55. When we started that listen-in, OpTic was up by about 18 points. So EnVy running away with the pickups as well as the score, but they cannot give up here. We've seen OpTic and many other teams too many times come back on stronghold.
And that's another battle won by Saiyan. We're really starting to see him come to life. The Saiyan from yesterday has now found his way into Sunday. 84-55, the score at the moment. Just 15 points to go now, and we saw a momentary total control there for EnVyUs. That just means they have total map control,
Right.
and OpTic are just doing everything they can, even to stem bleeding.
They are. That's the second time we've seen EnVy in the past maybe 2 minutes get a momentary total control. So they are continuing to rotate around the bases. They're not being content here, controlling just 2 of the points. They're making sure they're rotating around, keeping OpTic on their toes.
Not sure if there will actually be too much time unless OpTic starts scoring for the next power-ups to be used, and we're going to see Pistola pick up the kill on Royal 2 here. Just a few points to go here for EnVyUs. 3 players have fallen for OpTic Gaming, and with just 3 points, make that 2 points left for EnVy to take their first game of the series. Pistola picks up another kill. Team EnVyUs win game number 3.
And they got to be feeling good about that, answering back. Going down 3-0 in this series would not feel good against an OpTic Gaming that's coming into Championship Sunday this hot. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats in just a moment. As EnVy looking very good. Looks like 16-9, I believe, from Ola. Yes, indeed. 15-11 from Sayan. Like you said, Sayan coming to life now. Perhaps we'll see a different performance from him through the rest of the series.
Yeah, not only Sayan, but Trippy having a big game as well, and all across the board there. Big numbers coming in from EnVy, and also showing some kahunas, to be honest with you. They were down by a significant margin at the start of that game.
About almost 40 points.
Yeah,
it looked like a 40-point run.
Big swing from them. We went into that listening. They were calm. They were collected. They were doing exactly what we expect from these pro teams. And they swung it around. We saw the camo and the overshield every single time pretty much in the hands of the Team EnVyUs players.
What was great to see for me on the EnVy side of the stage, you saw Trippy get the camo. Seconds later, Sayan wins a battle outside blue to allow Ola to pick it up. They were already scoring, and at that moment, they continued to get momentum. You can see even top caliber teams, when they get those power-ups, keep in mind, those are not free passes into the lead or into victory. You need to make the right plays with those power-ups in each given moment. And time after time throughout that game, that's what EnVy was doing.
Yeah, a power-up isn't going to win you the game, as you say. It's just an advantage. You've still got to put it to use, and they did a great job of that. The series now, as you can see on your screen, 2-1, OpTic Gaming taking those first two games. Team EnVyUs now have a foothold in the series. Capture the flag on Truth is going to be our game number 4. This series is starting to warm up a little bit, and I'm going to be looking to maybe some boo-boo-doo-boo action in this one. We've talked a lot about the other players on Team EnVyUs, but we're going to actually start with boo-boo-doo-boo and see what he can do on the car side of the map.
All right, now taking a look down bottom middle, I think it's actually going to be an Ola grab. Pistola from EnVy is going to get away with the camo. No! World 2 makes sure that that is not the case.
World 2 shutting down that camo early means that that won't be too effective. Well, it won't be effective at all because it's been taken out of the game. But World 2 now posting up on P3, and this is where you don't want Royal 2. One of the best shots in the game, arguably the most consistent shot in the game as well. But look at the fire he's coming under, somehow manages to stay alive. Snakebite picks up a kill, Sayan picks up another, and it's just a back and forth at the moment. We're looking for these two teams to get those kills, then maybe establish a little bit of a push on the base.
Yeah, that was 2 dead for both sides. So when you see a scenario like that, 2 dead for either team on the first few minutes of the game, you're likely not going to see some early aggression. Oh my goodness, though. Boo-boo-doo-boo coming across with some mean shots. Don't forget the guys on EnVy, all 4 of them so talented with this pistol, can turn around on even the OpTic Gaming players and really put on a show.
Yeah, and Trippy's winning a big battle there against Lethal as well. Boo-boo-doo-boo picks up another kill. Trippy's going to take on Snakebite, whips the beat down, but he's going to get another bite of the cherry, and look at that, immediately EnVyUs are moving that flag. Last player alive from OpTic Gaming is going to be top of the car, and as we can see in the free cam now, this should be a pretty clear run back as Boo-boo-doo-boo picks up the final kill. Team EnVyUs are going to put the first flag on the board.
Yes, indeed. Ground pounds it in. Sayan and crew first to strike. Also a stealth capture medal there from him. He'll run that all the way back. He's not done with the ground pounds. He'll ground pound that flag stand any time of day. Picks up another kill. He will fall, but it looks like 2 dead for both sides, so I doubt we're going to see a run here.
And another big win from Trippy there, taking that player off of P3. He was at a disadvantageous angle in that battle, still managed to win it, turning it into a double. He does finally get taken down there by Snakebite, but we're going to see Snakebite taken down per Pistola now, so we're starting to see EnVy winning those 1v1 battles, and that is a huge piece of good news for them, because when you're going up against OpTic, you need to make sure that you are winning your battles, even to stand a chance in the series.
That's right. Sayan and Trippy both leading the game with 6 kills. On the other side, it's Snakebite, who actually just took the lead. 7. He was tied earlier. He's leading the game with 8 kills now, but I believe that camo has popped. Thank you to the guys in the back, Wonderboy and Infinity, for giving us this overhead view.
And something you can see here on the outlines, you can see Snakebite PJ actually pushing up on the map across, and it's going to allow Frosty to then pretty much pick this up uncontested. You sometimes think, why is Snakebite not going for that camo? He's closest to it. By pushing up, putting the pressure on those EnVy players who are trying to get angles, even if he dies, he puts that power up in the hands of OpTic Gaming. So fantastic stuff on that free cam to see the strategy from OpTic.
That's right. They're going to fly right in. Most teams, if you see kind of newer teams, just like you said, they're going to just set up for the camo. As soon as it comes up, let's try to get a hold of that. If he's able to push all of the spawners way back into blue, even all the way to car, it's going to give them a free pass. Just like you said, Frosty swoops in and grabs that flag. However, grabs that camo. However, they have yet to put a flag on the board.
Yeah, and Snakebite's going to be the last player alive here for OpTic. 3 kills fell. All of his teammates fell pretty much all at once, and he's going to trade that last kill out. As you can see, though, OpTic Gaming getting that respawn on the flag, so they're not going to get trapped in those bubble spawns. They're not going to be allowing EnVy to push on the pink side of the base where that, that preferred flag run does happen. So OpTic getting that spawn is just going to mean they're going to wrap back to their base, maybe put up a bit of a defensive stand, but you can see Trippy here now has map control on P side of the map, and they're going to be trying to push in and maybe pick up some of these kills.
Yes, indeed. I'm also looking at the kills on the board right now. It's Envy not only leading in terms of flags, but they're also leading in terms of kills. 31-26 at the moment, outslaying OpTic Gaming. If they can keep that up and continue this objective prioritization, they might be able to steal this game, tie up the series 2-2.
Yeah, Camouflage is going to be popping in the next 30 seconds or so, so watch for these team fights. Keep an eye on who wins their battles, because you can see Booba moving to the pink side of the map, and Royal 2 going to be taken down to no shields. Trippy picks up one, but Frosty again, OpTic Gaming trying to pick up these kills aggressively on the P side of the map is going to allow them to at least get P control, and it's going to force all of these Envy players back, and we can see now the battle's going to happen once again, but Envy are going up against players on P3 and P2, much more difficult battles to win.
Right, that's because Camo is up in 10 seconds even, so be ready for that. This next Camo could be big. OpTic was unable to convert last time to a flag cap. We'll have to see if they're able to maintain pink control. Frosty, right in the same exact place as he was 2 minutes ago, is going to grab the Camo, and just like you said on set, you called it perfectly, Lethal flying all the way into their needle area to really open up the pink side. They don't want to be fighting against the pink door. They want a person in their pink door.
Yeah, absolutely. Lethal dies, but it doesn't matter. Frosty, for the second time there, has had a bodyguard to walk in, take those bullets for him, and it's going to put another Camo in the hands of OpTic Gaming. Now we can see the push coming in. Players from OpTic swarming into the base. Kills falling as well. 3 dead now for Team EnVyUs. That flag's going to be on the move before you know it.
Yeah, and still 3 dead. 4 dead momentarily. Still 4 dead. Pistola and Trippy are the first to spawn. They're going to be spawning Car, you know it. We'll see if they can double back. But look at that Snakebite already flying in, as we're going to see if this flag is brought in. Looks like no pressure on the car door just yet. Should be able to bring this in.
There it is. 1-1 the game. OpTic Gaming doing a great job converting that flag. Royal 2 running that one back, and it all comes off the back of that Camo play. But Frosty, by staying alive, is still in the Envy base, and now he's running at P1.
Oh, geez, and if they play this slow, which they certainly could do, and get the right kills, they might be able to go back-to-back kills. That plasma does not connect, thank goodness, for the OpTic Gaming side, but they might be able to continue this. Lots of time left on this flag return.
3 dead here for Envy. This flag should be moving from OpTic Gaming. Last players are going to be alive. It is moving. Lethal knows how to win games. He's going to put OpTic Gaming up 2-1 now. They were 1 flag down, but almost back-to-back caps from OpTic. You cannot give these guys an inch because they will make you pay.
Exactly what I was going to say. Don't give them any room. As we say that OpTic has taken the lead in terms of kills. They're now outslaying Envy 49-44. So back and forth. Envy has to change the pace of this game, and this next Camo is going to be big. It's up in 16 seconds.
Yeah, it's going to be big. The player on P2 is going to be the most important player here. We can see he's going to fall as well. So Pistola's going to have a run on this flag. This should be a flag cap. You can see players for Envy coming off the respawn. There is actually a flag pull coming in now, actually from an OpTic Gaming player. So that player's got a huge job to do. You can see Trippy now, Joey, going to be moving towards that camouflage. So for the first time now, OpTic going to have that, Envy going to have that camouflage. Lethal and Snakebite pick up big kills, so it's all on Trippy now to pick up kills on the P side of the base because he needs to keep this flag alive for Envy.
Yes, indeed, and Trippy, of course, had to make, look at this, look what Trippy's seeing. I'm really curious to see what Trippy's going to do here. Is he going to flank? Is he going to lay down shots? He might go top mid here. He knows he has the game in his hands. He has more than 50% camo. He can totally save this game for them.
Yeah, he just needs to play this patiently. He needs to play this one patiently. As you say, 50% of the camo still has time. We can see the battle. He has been spotted out there. 2 players, as you could see on the free cam there from the guys in the back, are alive from OpTic Gaming and near that flag. Last, it's going to be Snakebite who's trying to win this battle. Trippy wins the battle. Envy win 3 battles across the map. Last player alive is going to be bottom of the card.
No, I think there's 2 players over there.
Royal 2 somehow gets a double kill.
Look at that. Yes, Royal 2 saving the day once again. I'm not sure if that flag has already been reset. No, both flags are still out.
I have no idea how Royal 2 managed to get away with a double kill there. That's huge! And the reversal on Pistola is just going to pump him up even more. Trippy and Saiyan pick up kills as well. The flag is returned here, I believe, for OpTic Gaming. It's going to be tied up 2-2 as Envy do put the flag in.
And you have to wonder if Trippy, I was expecting to see a wider car flank from him behind that flag carrier. Instead, he tried to kind of come up from car 1. He got caught. In the end, it doesn't matter, though. Envy able to get that second flag on the board. Next flag will win the game.
30 seconds till the next camouflage as well. We've seen They really have turned the tide in this game so far. 3 minutes 50 on the clock. Envy pick up a couple of defensive kills. That means that once again, they're going to be able to get control of the P side of the map. You can see now all the OpTic players coming off the respawn on the car side of the map. That means they're going to have to wrap back through their base or overextend, and it looks like they've decided to wrap back.
And right away, next camo in 10 seconds. It is non-stop here. These teams are going to have to be prioritizing that power up, and it looks like Trippy's in a good place if he has support from his teammates to help them get that. Camo is now up any second, I believe. There it is on your screen, and it looks like this is now, this time around, going to be a grab for Saiyan.
Saiyan manages to pick that one up. There was 3 players who dropped for OpTic Gaming as well, so Envy are going to be pushing on the base. You can see Pistola and Saiyan, and I mean, if you want a player to bait, as you can see, Saiyan has the camo, but he has Pistola in front of him, one of the players with the best survivability in the Halo franchise history. That's going to be 3 dead here for OpTic.
Oh boy.
Envy are running this one, P1. They have camo. You can see Boo Boo Doo looking to pick up those kills on the flag, but a flagfall does come in from an OpTic player. They shut it down. This should be a return, and this should be the game going to EnVyUs.
Envy ties it up 2-2. We are right back, netted up. Series essentially reset as they move forward. Either team can take this. EnVyUs answering back in 2 straight games. For a moment on set, we thought this could have been a 4-0 from OpTic with the way that they were playing. Envy sure to make sure that that's not the case. We're tied up 2-2. Next team to win 2 games will take it and stay alive in the tournament. Look at these guys. Saiyan, 23-18. Trippy, 21-14. On set, you said it after game 2.
I'm telling you.
Where is Saiyan? Where is Trippy? Where's the duo? Here they are.
Here they are. They've turned up finally, and it's turned into 2 games for EnVyUs as well. When they're doing their job, Envy are a scary, scary team. But what a performance from them. We saw OpTic Gaming get rallied those back-to-back flags, and then EnVyUs managed to win that standoff. That final flag cap as well all came off the back of that camouflage, and that was a perfect example. Well, we've had 2 games now. When you have evenly matched teams, how influential those power-ups can be on the results of games. And the camouflage, almost essentially every time it was picked up, turned into a flag cap.
Oh, certainly it was. And the really interesting thing in that game is the way that the power-up dynamic shifted. Early on, OpTic Gaming had a wall around Pink. They were in the enemy's Pink door. It was always Lethal or Snakebite that was right there, ready to lay down shots on anyone who was even thinking about challenging Pink. But instead, and later in the game, when OpTic Gaming got a little bit less comfortable, what we started to see from them was there's a little bit of a flag standoff, right? Trippy comes in and swoops the camo, and eventually, over a period of time, led to an Envy cap. So Envy staying on top of power-ups, I think it's safe to say, was the decider in that game. We're tied up 2-2. Now moving into Slayer Coliseum.
Slayer Coliseum is going to be your game number 5. The series is on a knife edge at the moment. Let's make some noise, Orlando, as we're moving into this game. Slayer on Coliseum, 50 kills to win. Saiyan, the Beast, is going to be who we start off with.
And look at Snakebite up there, just being cautious, making sure, hey, is anyone around going to challenge these rockets? Looks like the case was no. That's because Saiyan was keeping it. Look at this, he's going to land down that. Ooh, looks like should have been an easy nade. Snakebite did. Where is he? No hit markers on either of those nades. And Snakebite. And
PJ, that's, I mean,
how
hate to
does
see
he
it.
dance around those nades? Not even a hit tick at all. And he will stay alive bottom middle. So we got the rockets uncontested. I thought Saiyan was going to have him sure dead to rights. Not the case though. OpTic Gaming a little bit of a lead here in sniper rifle control.
Yeah, Snakebite had his dancing shoes on there. Lethal's got a sniper rifle to work with as well, and the double kill deficit here. As I say that, the game is going to be tied up. Pistola and Saiyan pick up kills. We'll see Boo Boo going up against Snakebite as Snakebite wins the 1v1 against Boo Boo Doo Boo. And now we're going to see Saiyan trade that one out, and I mean, it's exactly what I expected at the start of this game, Bravo. Both these teams, we've seen them so evenly matched, 6-6 the score. Frosty hitting some nice shots now, and it seems like all of the players who are currently on this server are warm and ready to play.
That's right. I don't think we went over the final kill totals from that game. Worth noting, though, the last game, Envy outslays OpTic 71-67, and of course, they're going to be looking to do the same thing here on this Slayer match to maintain control of that scoreboard. But right now, just staying neck and neck with OpTic. But this looks a little bit too similar to Plaza, right? I mean, they're kind of tied up with them early on, and what we need to see is that, once again, we said it during game 2, Envy cannot let OpTic grab both the sniper and the rockets at any kind of midpoint in the game and run away with it. They need to stay on top of everything, just like they did the last game.
Yeah, but Saiyan has managed to get that sniper rifle. You can see, at the moment, OpTic have control of the snipe side of the map. That's the advantageous side of the map. You have the height advantages. You have a lot of cutoffs you can watch, but The thing is, when you are holding this elbow side and the top rocket side, if you have that sniper rifle, if you get just one pick, there's so many ways into that snipe side of the map that you can actually catch those players off guard in the 3v3 situation. So we're going to see kills traded across the board. Saying, though, he's looking for any player to poke at the moment, and you'll see one thing I'm expecting to see here from Saying is as soon as one player falls from OpTic, he'll be looking for that respawner to pick him off with the snipe.
You'll know right now on your screen, these two teams are split 2 and 2. Boo just flew across rocket side red to get to rocket side blue to pick up his downed rockets. These two teams are playing 2 and 2 right now, totally split. Trippy and Ola on one side of the map, Sayan and Boo here on the other side of the map, and right now it's working. They've taken the lead.
And perfect exact example of what I said. Sayan managed to pick up that first kill with a sniper rifle. You saw Trippy move up through the snipe. Then they've managed to get control. And now you will see Sayan moving towards the snipe side, has teammate Pistola there. They have control of the snipe side of the map. So you have to give massive credit to EnVy here, playing it patiently. 4 players from EnVy now on the snipe side of the map. Perfect take-back strategy.
Look at that. They need to make sure they get the first kill, and they do get the first kill. That's going to be huge. So important as well as Sayan landing that body shot. I would expect him to reload and then pick up this ammo any second, but working with his team to first finish these kills with a pistol out. Love that discipline. A lot of players now will be, looks like he did actually leave the sniper rifle there for Trippy, who's going to come away with that gun. Hitting Brainers into back red. Players are trying to fly out of OpTic's base in the back, but they're going to get caught. Look at this. This is what OpTic did last game, right? On the power weapon drops, they start to run away with it. Now EnVy's doing it in this game. They're up by 5.
Yeah, EnVy have really impressed me in these last couple of games. We're going to see 2 players sneaking S1 here from OpTic Gaming. It's going to be up to Trippy to finish these kills. Finds one on Snakebite. It's another death for Snakebite. Having a bit of a rough time of it so far after that impressive battle that he won at the start. But 2 kills now for OpTic. 4 kills, the difference between the 2 teams, and we're seeing now EnVyUs more than aware the push will be coming in. A blue helmet's going to go onto Lethal to take him out, and now we're going to see the push come in from OpTic as 2 players fall for EnVy.
It looks like Snakebite going to get an easy rocket launcher again, and this time he gets a little bit of an easier walk out of grass instead of having to dodge a bunch of nades. They do have rockets in hand. Oh, and looks like a nade is going to actually catch him. So instead, what I thought was going to be OpTic Gaming potentially tying the game up quite easily as they push down into snipe side red. Looks like a great heads-up play from EnVy to immediately pre-nade that red sniper ramp, and EnVy's going to keep their 4-kill lead.
The thing that's impressing me so much about EnVy in this game and the last few games that we've seen is their discipline there. Very rarely you'll see an unnecessary death coming in from any of these players on the team, 29 to 24, and that's a great sign for when you have a team with such young players on, such as Trippy and Sayan. You know, they're trying to burst into that bubble of being championship contenders. If you have those traits naturally as a player, then it's only a great thing, and especially when you've got the natural skill that Trippy's showing right now. Combine those 2, you have a hell of a player.
Talk about Sayan and Trippy. Once again, it's the same story. They're leading the game in kills. 10 for Trippy, 9 for Sayan, the most across the board. And just as I say that, Pistola also hits the 9-kill mark. They lead here 32 to 26. OpTic Gaming needs to answer back. The second half of the series has been very different compared to the first.
Yeah, it has been very different. So let's jump into a listening with OpTic Gaming to see exactly how they are going to find their way back into this game.
I'm needing red maze, bro.
Red BR, out on the open, guys.
I'm looking.
Red found. One A pyramid.
I'm gonna need help.
Red flag, Got him.
I can't see.
No, there's one at snipe. And up on blue. No, you don't have any help. You have no help. I'm watching, baby. I got he's one hit. Under blue still.
I'm going.
That's one. And blue. TJ, you should just back up.
I'm out of sniper. I'm sneaky right now, guys. One is coming rocks. There's one right now.
See me? Rockets are going S1.
Yo, and on pyramid.
Nice.
I need help.
Yo, red maze. I got shot, guys. Half health red grab. Go snipe.
Both weapons.
Yo, pyramid again.
Stay alive for these weapons if we can.
Absolute sneaky.
One shot top rocket.
Both weapons about to drop.
Nice.
Those 2
Weapons are up, guys.
Okay, rocket top rocket.
Really don't fly that shit. Get snipe.
One hit red. One bullet. One hit low red elbow.
Yeah, we have rockets there.
I'm at blue elbow.
Just hold this hold.
We have snipe, right? Yep.
Red elbow.
That guy could go blue to you, PJ.
They're at red too.
Yeah, they have rockets there somewhere.
Hey, love, guys.
Rockets are red found. There's 2 here.
I'm here. Back up. I hit a guy with red flag. I need a, under red.
Under red sinking.
I killed one window red cave.
Absolutely red found.
And grass.
Absolutely red cave. Absolutely red cave.
Play your live tower cave.
3 cave. One bullet. Red cave. I'm not dying to this guy. Not dying to this guy. I don't have nades.
Pushing him. I'm pushing him.
I got shots on him. He's half.
Good shit, guys. Keep this up. We have full control right now.
They're at blue base. Blue base, man, I think. I'm looking.
Coming sniper.
I got free deaths. No free deaths. We sniper ramp. We found absolute. Ola.
Pushing up blue cat.
And blue flag, I think.
Okay, we have all weapons.
Blue cave and blue phone. Blue cave and blue phone.
I don't see phone. Yeah, jumping up blue BR. Yeah, blue BR.
Looking.
He's weak.
Pushing rockets though.
Yeah, play your lives, guys.
We sneaky.
BR.
We sneaky guys.
Blue BR, one shot.
Nice, idiot. Good shit. Keep
We
it going.
sniper and sneaky, I think. I think there's two.
One
I
shot
think
sneaky.
there's two.
Yeah, I'm getting double teamed.
Be nerdy.
I got one.
Nice, TJ.
BR and cave. BR and cave was
Top
weak.
cat, top cat.
Yeah, cat.
Blue
Blue
BR, I
is
need
cave
help,
gonna
I
be
need help.
sneaky or sniper?
Watch out. 3 blue maze, 3 blue grass.
Stay alive,
PJ.
Stay alive. Yeah, blue BR to cat. Blue BR to cat.
Okay.
Also blue BR.
Alright.
Nading it. And blue
Blue
elbow.
sniper and blue sniper and
One hit blue maze. One hit blue maze.
Sneaky,
one.
pyramid,
Nice,
absolute.
guys.
One bullet. Blue elbow. Absolute, I kill him.
Nice, Brad. 2 dead.
Anyone help me blue elbow?
I'm looking. Yeah, he's
Blue
low
cave,
elbow.
blue cave.
Go look up.
Nice.
One bullet.
Here's one hit.
How are OpTic Gaming going to get back into this game? That is exactly how they're going to do it. They now have a 4-kill lead, and Royal 2 has been leading the way with his sniper rifle.
Look at this, and I love the communication in that listening, specifically from Royal 1, constantly saying, let's make sure we stay alive, make sure we know exactly where the enemy's pushing it from. Great small talk from them. The game's not over, only a 1-kill game here. Let's jump back into the action now with Envy.
Pistola is going to tie the game up. Lethal manages to eke out a kill and get that trade. And at this point, trades are so important. Lethal with a huge double kill here to keep that lead for OpTic Gaming. Frosty going to be challenging Boobadooboo. Royal 2 cleans that one up. Snakebite gets another one. Just 3 kills now for OpTic Gaming to take this game number 5.
And Envy has no room for error here. They just let up a few deaths. You saw Boo Boo getting challenged from Rocket Ramp into Fountain. They need to make sure they're not letting those deaths occur.
And one thing you've just seen there, TJ, Top Rockets did manage to get control of the rocket launcher, but has used both of the weapons. Frosty ends the game with a disgusting no-scope. Frosty, you animal!
Oh my goodness, Frosty throwing his hand in the air, shaking his head, ending that game with a statement, 50-44. My word, one thing I gotta talk about, when Royal 2 had Sniper up there on red BR, you saw, I believe it might have been Trippy, not sure exactly who it was. The rocket missed the player on BR. I think Royal 2 ended up getting a double out of it. It was huge, but look at this replay. This is the clip we just saw for Frosty to end the game with a cross-map no-scope as Royal 2 also hits a double. Perfect timing. They'll close the game out with a score of 50-44. In the end, it's lethal there. Look at that performance from him, 15-11.
Incredible way to finish the game, and I mean, what a series we have. OpTic Gaming eke out a game lead in the series. Lethal with a big game, as you say there. And the thing that impressed me most about that particular game from Lethal, we didn't see a lot of his POV because we were obviously following a lot of the power weapons in there, but it was the amount of times that Envy would get those initial kills, and Lethal would do a great job of not only trading those kills up, but picking up a couple of kills. So obviously, responding well to those weak call-outs, making sure that he was using the 5 bullets he could take to do the damage onto those 2 players and finish them off.
And one thing, I mean, anyone at home who you know has played this game will love what we heard from OpTic Gaming in their listening. They were down by quite a few kills, I think 4 at the time when we jumped into the listen-in. And it's such great communication from OpTic, the way that Royal 1 anchors that team, right? Making sure that players know exactly who's poking out. You saw when they had the sniper rifle, they know that there's a player popping up Cat BR, there's one player on Rocket Ramp. They know where every single player is at any time. And when OpTic knows where all of your players are, they have your number. It's so hard to push out against them. And on top of that, when Frosty's hitting cross-map no-scopes to close out games, it's not looking good. So now OpTic only 1 game away from sending Envy home.
Not only that, but 1 game away from moving into our grand final. Strongholds on Eden is going to be the next game. Not historically one of the strongest game types for OpTic Gaming here. So if Envy can get a good foothold in this one, we could well see a game number 7.
We absolutely could, and I hope that is the case for both us in the booth and everyone watching here as well as at home off of the break. Taking a look to see exactly how this opening kind of mapped out. Looks like teams are kind of neck and neck here. That blue bend is going to go, but no points on the board just yet still. Not surprising to see both teams not wanting to be the first to make the mistake. Saiyan, of course, overshield in hand, and Envy's going to be the first to put points on the board.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you say that. I think we've actually seen the meta of the game develop a little bit. When early Halo 5, it was all about from the rip, you know, getting control of those strongholds, obviously getting scoring it as quickly as possible. Now teams, you're going to see, it's all about those overshields. It's all about the camos on other maps as well, all about the power weapons. If you can get those, obviously, then you can pick up your slayers and go for the strongholds, because then you're putting a team on a respawn. Then you can rack up more than 5 or 10 points where you're trading strongholds. You're going to rack up 20 or 30 seconds of time, and that's exactly what we might see here from EnVyUs.
And yep, look at Saiyan constantly checking his back, making sure no one's behind him. That overshield, of course, has run down, but The lead continues to rack up for EnVy, and they're just using this nest and cat hold, and it's going well. Great team shots, and OpTic, you see it right there. When they're flying in like that, a cat, that's the desperate OpTic that we saw yesterday. They're not comfortable here losing the first 20-point run of the game. If EnVy can continue playing at that pace where OpTic is playing just a bit panicked, they could send us to a Game 7.
Yeah, you're going to see Satan. Oh, another beautiful cross-map shot from him with the pistol. He has one of the best pistols in the Halo Championship Series, no doubt whatsoever. Great start here from Team EnVy. It's 25-0 the score. They're looking and feeling really good.
And that flank from him is huge. Look at that. He delays Cat for another 5 or so points, coming all the way around tower. I think finally, no, I spoke too soon. I thought we were going to see a Cat play there, but looks like Frosty is going to be able to finish. So now OpTic, for the first time, is going to start scoring, but a 30-point opener from EnVy.
Yeah, we're going to see the power-ups coming up pretty soon as well, so keep an eye on those. You're going to have Royal 2 with the Rockets. We're going to see 3 players from OpTic Gaming down in the pit at the moment, but this could be a bit dangerous, but it's not, because Snakebite has the perfect time on that one. Steals away as Frosty picks up a kill. Now he's going to stack those power-ups, so for Snakebite here, it's so important for him to play his life. He cannot be taken out of the game too easily. Do not get any engagements where you're not 100% comfortable winning the battle. He misses the beatdown here, but that player is forced to drop, so Snakebite will survive.
We need to say how rare it is for a player on Empire or Eden to be getting both power-ups. We talk about how those two are coming up at the same time. Highly contested, usually chaotic environments in both tower as well as bottom mid. The fact that he's able to sneak in for both of those indicates quite a level of control of both the pace and the map. And look at this, they have their lead already, 18-30. OpTic is looking to close this in 6 games.
Yeah, just a couple of power-ups, that's all it takes. A couple of kills going in the way of OpTic Gaming. Just the 9 points, the difference between the two teams. And I'm watching the kill feed in the bottom left at the moment as we're on the point of view of Lethal, because it's just kills being traded. And when you have control, that's absolutely fine for OpTic Gaming. They don't have to get an advantage. They don't have to cap any strongholds. The only time they're going to make a move on that blue bend now is if you see 2 or 3 kills go down to OpTic Gaming. So they're playing this one very methodically. You're going to see Lethal now moving across this mid-bridge as his teammates are picking up kills left, right, and center. Now that's 3 dead for EnVy. And look at that. Immediately, OpTic Gaming putting the pressure on that triple cap.
30-point runs from both sides. OpTic answers back identically, and now total control at the 30 mark is going to be dangerous. EnVy needs to stop this and stop it immediately, because OpTic could go on quite a run here, getting ready for these next set of power-ups quite soon.
2 kills go down to EnVyUs here. Boobadooboo going to have a battle here. Rocket launcher coming up in 10 seconds, as you can see. And from that overshield will be popping again. And of course, that camouflage. And it's OpTic Gaming who do have the timing on both of those. They're currently scoring at the moment 43-30, up by around 13 points or so. Saiyan now trying to finish off that kill on Lethal. Should be able to get a comfortable reset here on this stronghold, but actually decides to challenge the battle instead. We're going to see Snakebite actually giving up that blue bend there to get away with the overshield. So decision making here from OpTic Gaming is to prioritize those power-ups before they go for the strongholds.
And they're about to get both again. Look at that. You have Lethal and Snakebite on your screen. Dynamic Duo flies through to pick up that power-up as well. They're going to keep scoring. They're going to keep control of those power-ups. And Mark, as you said, they're going to keep time on those power-ups too. They know exactly when those are going to be up for that next drop. 2 minutes from when you saw them picked up.
51-34 the score. OpTic halfway there now to closing out this game. Lethal has the camouflage as well, and you're going to see kills drop into OpTic's favor, because you know when they have these power-ups, they can make them count. Saiyan is going to be taken down to no shields as well. Boobadooboo's desperately trying to finish off this kill, but fantastic survivability here from Lethal. And look at the flank coming in from Snakebite now. He's going to pick up this kill. They're going for the triple cap right now. You can see on the player outlines, the last 2 players from EnVy not in a position to stop this. You are going to see points being racked up right now by OpTic.
That's right, 2 players in blue. We've got to say, great play from OpTic to stay alive with that camo. I believe it was Lethal. Just he knew he could stay alive right on the stairs. He's able to finish those 2 kills, shield himself away from blue. You have to wonder if EnVy pushed Bend there, if they would have gotten it. They had 2 players. They were not watching blue door necessarily, so they might have gotten away with it. Instead, they go to tower, which is generally the safe play, to go ahead and get tower, get cat, and then try to push out from there. It's not over yet. 75-34 in favor of OpTic. They could close it out here.
They can, but look at this. They're pushing the triple cap again, and I feel like EnVyUs really cannot afford at this stage in the game to find themselves in a triple cap. A couple of kills go down. Now they need to make this move. It looks like they're prioritizing the catwalk. Grenades are going to go in from Royal 2. 2 grenades from Royal 2. And the killing spree. Looking for the triple as well. Doesn't finish that player. Gets another kill. Royal 2's going wild. Shutting down EnVy. And that could well shut down the game as well.
Look at that. It's going to be all 4 dead momentarily. Got to point out also, OpTic is outslaying their opponents 40-28 after being victims to a 30-point run opener from Envy. This mid-game has not been kind to Team EnVyUs.
Overshield going into the hands of Envy, I believe, but the Rockets are in the hands of Frosty. Frosty was doing a hell of a job there. Frosty actually takes down Saiyan, who had that overshield, so that's a huge play coming in from here. Triple cap still in effect for OpTic Gaming. The green wall is standing tall as Frosty picks up the double kill. He's going to close the game out. OpTic Gaming are going to move on to your group.